God has more than one way to work. How many of you guys could testify in your life that he's worked in miraculous ways and many different ways, all right? Me too. Now, I'm saying that because you and I don't actually think that all the time. How many of you guys have ever been just broke, like actually broke? Anyone in here? How many of you guys might be broke right now? You can raise your hand. We'll find you after service. I've been broke, all right? So broke, my wife scrummaged through our couches looking for pennies so we didn't overdraft on our bank account. We've been there. We used to pray, Father, give us more money. This is the way that you're going to provide for me, that you're going to give me money. And I thought that God was a one-trick pony when it came to provision. I thought that God would only provide for me through money. It wasn't until I released money in my life. I said, God, you guys might know the story. If you don't know the story, it's real quick. 2020, the first year that me and my wife became pastors, we decided by the following of the Holy Spirit that we were going to give up our pay at the church. We didn't tell nobody. We got ratted out at some point and the church got mad at us, but it doesn't matter. We gave up all of our money. And the number one thing, what we thought was going to happen when we gave up our pay that first year was that we weren't going to be able to feed our kids. Now, if you guys don't know, we look like we're Mormons, okay? Because we have a bunch of kids. And so people think like, oh, these guys are crazy. And it's not because we're crazy. My wife just heard from the Lord to trust the Father with her womb. And so we have a bunch of kids. So we have all these kids. We're thinking, how are we supposed to feed all of our kids with no income? And if we didn't know, Susie didn't know, we thought maybe by pinching pennies and we could live off the little savings we had for the next year. We didn't know what was going to happen. But one day, while sitting out by the fig tree, a school bus shows up. Two women in the school bus say, do your kids want some food? Susie says, yeah, that would be great. They give us breakfast and lunch for every one of our kids. My wife calls me up. She's like teary-eyed. She goes, Tommy, you'll never believe it. Guess what just came in? The school bus, a public school bus. Listen, we're homeschooled, okay? We're the enemy of public school. And they came through with an olive branch. They said, hey, we want you guys to take this. We don't know how, but every weekday after that, they found out where we lived and they would pull up, honk their horn, and they would provide breakfast and lunch for my kids. Every single day until, check this out, the church found out we weren't taking pay, said, we rebuke you guys, you have to get paid. And they started paying us again. And as soon as they started paying us again, that dried up. You know why I'm telling you that? Because I think a lot of us are trying to pray to God, telling him the way he should do his promises. I want to tell you a little secret. Trust him that he's not going to lie. If he promised that he'll provide for you, he's going to provide for you. Stop concerning yourself with the way he does it. Just start concerning yourself whether or not you're going to believe he'll do it. What if I told you God's looking for a different way to show you how great he is? What if he wants to feed you with the ravens? You guys know your scriptures. What if he wants to let bread come down from heaven? You're limiting the ways of God because you think that he's a one-dimensional, one-trick pony. He is not like us. He's greater than us. Church, don't confuse his ways with his promises. Some of you are waiting for a certain way to happen and God's going, no, look over here. I'm already doing it.